Hey guys, Bill Jordan here. I'm back. I'm at 201-790-3368. If you're a painter, a sculptor, or a candlestick maker, this is where you need to be. People buy from people they know. The best way for them to know you is with my candid video interviews. It resonates with them on the soul level. Once that happens, they're SOLD, that's soul. They're as good as like good London delivery. You got the gold, maybe. So now, what I want to talk about now is this guy. Maybe you heard about him, maybe you didn't. A great American artist who expatriated to France, Mr. James Baldwin. Great writer, no doubt about that. This guy could write. He was bad. You could feel his intensity in his writing. You know, it wasn't some wishy-washy, you know, spending 50 pages to explain, you know, a rose. He was up in it, and still is, because even though he's passed on, his work is now back in the mainstream consciousness, as if it ever left. People are becoming aware of it. Now, in my opinion, he's a classic example of a who. Who is James Baldwin? We know James Baldwin. He's not a what. You know, we know him because he left a trail. You know, not only did he write about his books, you know, the fictional books, but he wrote about his personal stuff, you know, because he was a social activist. In case you don't know James Baldwin, he's a black guy, was a black guy. And he was laying it out about why racism is bad, 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 and how it affected him and his family. And, you know, at that time, during the 50s and 60s, well, that was a taboo. You don't speak up. You just take it and, you know, be happy to get you a little what you got. But James stood up, you know, and he was not going to be shut down. He has great energy. I said has great energy because he's still here. One of your colleagues, one of your leaders, one of your entertainers has taken on his energy, as related to his energy. That is the great Madonna. You know, she's been studying it up with him. You know, and also I want to say that too. Another great guy out of that period whose energy is being resuscitated, is Miles Davis. You see quotes every now and then talking about Miles Davis. Like Miles Davis is so far removed from rap today, but Miles Davis became a legend in his own time because of how he carried himself and what he did. You know, he was very prolific. Now check this out. Miles Davis, you know, well, there's a guy named John Coltrane as well. And John Coltrane actually superseded, in my opinion, Miles Davis on the music plane. But Miles Davis got the stain. He got books, he did art. He lived longer than John Coltrane. John Coltrane killed himself with alcohol. Right? Cirrhosis of the liver, they say, or whatever. But anyway, but Miles Davis is back in the scene. These are two guys with, you know, angst for social injustice related to them. They were saying it like they wanted to say it. And because they said it like they said it, they got crucified, vilified, you know, marginalized. But Miles stood up. He's a who. Unlike, you know, other people in that whole generation of guys, they're only like what's. They're like part of it. They don't stand out. Not that they were not as good as Miles. Miles wasn't the most brilliant guy, but he had the most stuff written about him. So what I'm trying to get across is be like Miles. Be like Miles and have the candid video interview. Have a bunch of them, because that's how you get recognized. You know, a guy was telling me today, he doesn't want more recognition. You're American, right? Don't tell me you don't want more recognition. You don't have to get out on stage and bow like Miles Davis, but you want recognition because inside you're a player. You wanted that, right? You know, it's like, it's hard to turn that off, guys. You know, even if you become a monk about it, right? You say, well, I've reached my limit. You have to understand your purpose. Your purpose is to what? Raise the level of human consciousness. If that's your level, that's your purpose, which it is, then it's never enough because the job is not done. When the job is done, then you can say that. But until that happens, you can't. All right. And my man would say, well, if you said that to somebody, I'm not sure that's my purpose. I'm saying, well, it is because I remember you don't. We were supposed to meet like this before we came into life. Too spooky for you? Hey, enjoy it. My name is Bill Jordan. I'm at 201-790-3368. Peace out.